Hey guys, Brant Crenshaw here with BD Outdoors, and we're up here with Tony's Tuna Fishing in Prince Edward Island. We're chasing giants up here. Everybody wants to know what we're using to get these things to the boat. They're big fish, some of them upwards of 1,000 pounds. We're West Coast guys. We wanted to come up here and fish them stand up. So here's the deal. Starts with a great reel and rod. We got the Makaira 80 wide from Okuma. This thing's super solid. Put a ton of drag pressure on them, smooth as silk. Matched up with the right rod. We had Salty Dog out of San Diego build us a custom rod. AFCO components from the guides down to the reel seat and the butt. As good as it gets in my opinion. And we start from the spool. We're using Seaguar Threadlock 200-pound braid. We do 2 wraps around the spool and tie your basic uni. We put about 600 yards on, and from there, we splice a 200-pound section of mono. A lot of the guys on the West Coast like to fish braided line to a short top shot. It's all well and good until you come up here. What we do up here is we splice 200-pound mono into the braided threadlock. We run about a 100-yard section from there. Why? It acts as a shock absorber. And the reason that we need that shock absorber is the head shakes. These tuna make big, big head shakes, and they'll tear you right out of your seat or off the floor. Mono gives it a little bit of a shock absorber before we get to the leader. We crimp it to a swivel, another crimp on the other side, and run it to a Seaguar Flourocarbon leader. 150 to 200 for the flatlines, and we're using about 400 for the kite baits. We're gonna make that leader anywhere from 15 to 20 feet. 150, they've been dropping down to here recently because they've been getting a little finicky. We can go up to 400 pound when we get to the kite bait because all the gear's out of the water. And since they've had to drop in leader size down to that 150, they've created this chafing gear. And what this does is a small piece of PVC wrapped with some about 8 ounces, 12 ounces of lead. This stays here where you got your flat line out because typically you're fishing your flat lines with that lower pound test, that 150 to 200 pound. When you get the bite, this will tear away from the rod as it's only attached by some electrical tape. So if you don't get that perfect hook set, this will slide right in the fish's mouth, and now they get a chew on this PVC rather than chewing on that fluoro leader. Now for a hook, we're crimping to a Mustad 10 to 12/0 Demon Circle hook in 3 and 4X strengths. With a setup like this, with the right reel, right rod plate and harness, you're gonna be able to put a lot of heat on these fish. 65, 70, 75 pounds of drag. That's what it takes to get these fish to the boat. Gotta get up here and do this, I'm telling you.